it's a great show, man. Me and Jordan had the opportunity to be on this show Monday and Tuesday. If y'all get a chance, go back and listen to it, man. They had a relationship roundtable. Great time. Had a great time, man. If you get a chance, go back and listen to it, Kevin. What's going on, Jordan?
What's up, man?
Not much, man. Ready to get it. Where them girls at?
I don't know, man. They dragging their feet.
I like always.
They dragging their feet, man. I don't know what's to this, but
Tell
tonight
me a
gonna
little bit
be.
more about the show. That y'all visit on.
Oh, yeah, man. Greg Gray, the host, Dope Living TV podcast. Check them out. They had us on one day, and it was a live show, so people could see our faces. They could see how we react to certain things, and then at the same time, it was also interactive. Like people could make comments and stuff like that. It was a dope time, man.
Yeah.
Apparently we stirred stuff up so much on Tuesday they wanted us back on Wednesday.
Okay, y'all was out there making big moves.
Yeah, trying to represent, man. Trying to represent as best we can.
Hey, can I ask y'all a question?
Yeah, what's up?
Is this time change kicking y'all ass too?
I actually been waking up earlier. I've been getting up like between 5:30 and 6:00 type of deal.
Yeah,
Really
but I'm
bad.
talking about when I get
early,
home. When I get home, boy, I just be wanting to pass out. That's what happened yesterday.
Oh yeah, it do that.
I think it's just because it get dark earlier. But I've been getting up. I've been actually, but because it get dark earlier, it do make me tired earlier. Like I'll be ready to go in the house soon as I get off of work because it's dark. Like once it's dark, put me in the crib.
And your body natural rhythm is supposed to get up when the sun come up and go down when the sun go down. It's just natural.
All right, brother Jordan.
But shit, they just legalized marijuana in Ohio.
Yo, Ohio is legal. We're legal in Ohio now.
Yeah, we can smoke marijuana in 30 days. Well, shit, I've been smoking my shit because I got the medical marijuana card. I ain't like you regular Ohioans. I've been hipped.
Dang. So that mean y'all boys got it good down there.
Yeah, hit me. They ain't passed
December 7th.
They ain't passing the Indy?
Nah, hell nah, but hell
you know Indiana be fast to do everything.
Indiana gonna keep locking folks up just like Georgia.
For real. For
We
real.
don't play. They
Hey,
do not play down here.
Nakiva, you talk to Kenyatta?
Huh?
I said you talk to Kenyatta?
No, I haven't. I'm sure she'll be on in a second.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get started, bro. Oh,
Yeah,
go ahead. What you gonna say, D?
Yeah, I was gonna let everybody know our audio is live on our Facebook page right now. So we may get some questions tonight from our audience.
Okay. Then.
Hey, come on with it then. I'll be ready. 10 toes down.
For sure.
I got a real interesting topic, bro. I put it in the chat earlier. I wanted to talk about, but y'all go ahead. We get started with the social media you did. I heard word of mouth, Keke Palmer.
I was just about to say it.
Such and such and such and such. But y'all go ahead and tell it because I just heard.
Calvin.
I just
go ahead,
heard
Kevin.
about
Social media.
So I just. So look, I ain't even. So first off, let me shout out to a news outlet called The Neighborhood Talk. I like them better than the Shade Room.
Okay.
Because they still let people cuss and all that extra shit. Like the Shade Room be on some fake shit sometimes. They be reporting fake news. So shout out to The Neighborhood Talk. I like their platform better. But I just got on the Shade Room today and I saw that Keke Palmer or whatever. I guess put a domestic violence charge out on her boyfriend or some shit like that.
I ain't seen
that. Yeah. You gotta look, it just posted. She finally restraining order out against him for abusing her multiple times.
Somebody, the same dude that
The
that just
nigga
had
that
Got
look
him
like
jealous
the
for
Crisco guy.
He said, "Crisco, you stupid."
the same dude that had the problem with the Usher stuff. It
Yes.
was definitely giving issues at home. So yeah, I could see
So my
that.
thing is this though.
That's crazy.
He must ain't beat her hard enough because she still did the shit.
Calvin.
I mean,
Come on
I
now,
ain't
Kev.
condoning that.
That's
Listen, I'm not
hilarious.
condoning that. But what I'm saying, she ain't that much scared of him.
What
That's
you
what I'm
mean?
trying to get at. Now she filing charges against him for abusing her. Like, abuse didn't just start after Usher. That shit been going on. So why now you got the courage to do that shit?
First of all, how we even know that the shit real?
That's true too.
Because I mean, they tried to get Idris Elba like this. I mean, not Idris Elba. What's my boy name?
I'm like, who?
Come on, y'all gotta help me out. What's the boy name for the latest Rocky movie?
The
Rocky.
Michael B. Jordan.
No, the other dude.
Oh, the nigga that looked like a fish.
That bitch said the nigga that look like a fish.
Nigga that look like a fish. Damn, boy.
Jonathan Majors, bro.
Yo,
That's his name.
Oh
that
yeah,
motherfucker look like.
You feel me? So it's always some Jonathan Majors or some Amber Heard or some he
But
did this and she did that.
was he found not guilty or? I mean,
Man,
Who?
I'm comparing, but
they just
Jonathan
posted
Majors?
it.
yeah.
Jonathan Majors, yeah, bro. He apparently his shorty is supposed to be facing charges.
Well, that don't mean this person didn't do it. Why is the first thing y'all going to is that he didn't do it and that man innocent?
I'm not saying that, but I think that we live in a society where no matter
People
what
lie.
a shorty say, you feel me? No matter what a shorty say, the dude gonna face ramifications.
I mean,
Even
that
if
could
it's
happen either way. That could happen either way. But what happened to us believing first and asking questions later? Like
that's the
somebody say
problem.
that
That's
they
the
been,
problem.
but that's also the problem when black women not protected. Everybody think we always over exaggerating or we playing about some shit. Like
But
no.
y'all should be more mad about the people who do be playing
Okay,
because it
people
make
do be
people
mad
take y'all
about them,
less
but
serious.
everybody can't take blame to what one person or a few people did. If that's the case, me and y'all just as responsible for the men who do beat up on women. They making it bad for y'all.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying
That's what you're saying.
I'm not saying that, bro. I'm saying
How you gonna tell this man that's what he said?
because
I know
you
what he
see,
be
I don't
saying.
know.
Fuck out of
Cut,
here.
bro. I'm just trying to like let's hold on and think about this before you just accuse somebody of doing this or accuse somebody of doing that. Let's get the facts before we just, you know what I'm saying, put it out into.
Or before you accuse somebody of lying, let's get the facts.
Yeah, let's get the
I'm gonna be
facts
like this.
before.
You
I
innocent
think
until
like this,
proven
y'all.
guilty.
Hey, real talk. If he would beat her behind, she would never did what she did with us.
That's what
That's
I'm
not
saying.
true.
That is true. She would have been
Shit,
scared to go home.
if you get ass whoopings, you don't do stuff like that. Real talk.
That's like saying a kid ain't gonna be bad because they get their ass beat all the time. What the fuck?
I didn't. Shit.
Kids still
Hey,
be
but
bad as fuck getting their ass beat.
I think I agree with Nakiva on that, man. I don't know, bro. If he was running her
Y'all
fade
sounding
before the
crazy
Usher
as hell
thing,
talking about
it was
what they would
crazy.
do because she get whooped on. Like that sounds so fucked up to even say. Like
Hey,
he ain't beating her ass.
hold on. Let me say this. It's a lot of women who will stay in like abusive relationships, no problem.
It is, but that ain't go. That don't mean that if they was doing this, if that's the case, motherfuckers will walk on eggshells their whole life to not get their ass beat.
And a lot of shorties pride themselves on fighting a nigga, bro. How many of these
Oh,
shorties you seeing out here be like, yeah, I'll fight with my nigga?
Nah, I don't be seeing.
All right. It's some shorties out here
nah,
that's gonna do it. It's some
But
shorties out here
it
that's
is.
definitely gonna do it, boy.
There's a lot of shorties out here that think it ain't niggas.
Yeah, 100%.
That's true. That's
that
true.
ain't. I mean, that's true. That's definitely true. It's a lot of
Until a
people out
nigga
here that
knock you the fuck
I
out.
don't believe in provoking men. I don't believe in provoking nobody. I don't
Yeah.
believe in provoking nobody.
Nah, you shouldn't
For
be
sure.
provoking nobody 100%. But I'm just saying with the whole Keke Palmer thing, just like with anything, we only know what's on Front Street. So that's like if I go down to the courthouse and say, you know, I need a restraining order on my boss because she swung on me. All the court gonna know is I told them that my boss swung on me. You feel me? Like
Right.
that's gonna be the whole narrative. So that's what I'm saying. Like, nah, I need some more evidence before I could really, you feel me,
And I
pick a
haven't seen no
side type
about
of deal.
that. Calvin, you
Yeah.
coming with these new sources? I don't know. The Shade Room been pretty trustworthy.
I just said the Shade Room said that.
I
Hey,
thought you said the neighborhood people said.
No. I said shout out to the neighborhood talk. I never said they
Bro,
said
what
that.
if they ain't tell you nothing?
Yeah, like the Shade Room said that.
boy, y'all
But
funny.
my thing is this though, Kiki, if he really was like putting his hands on you, I'm sorry, I apologize on his behalf. But if he ain't and you lying,
I think she got too
God
much
bless you.
integrity to be lying about that. And let's not forget, I don't know if y'all recall, Keke Palmer has been out at Trey Songz years ago and nobody believed her. And now multiple women, and he has been accused multiple times with evidence on forcefully taking sex from women, forcefully kissing women that did not want to
Ugh.
accept his sexual advances. I don't think it's in her character to really just be a liar like that. I mean,
So we got another R. Kelly on our hands.
they've been saying that about Trey. I ain't gonna hold you. That's been a
I don't
thing.
really
You
fuck with
can
Trey like
research
that.
that. Just saying.
So Trey out here feeling on the booty.
I was gonna get
Boy,
up
you
there.
shut up.
Boy, you funny.
If y'all
Trey out
cancel
here.
us, just cancel Calvin, because I'm not going down with him.
No, don't cancel me. I'm just bullshit. I'm just trying to have a good time. I support women. I'm an activist.
Or what?
Whatever, not an activist.
This nigga
Boy,
said
whoa,
activist. Funny.
Hey,
Boy,
yeah, I'm
drunk.
sorry, y'all. I'm under the influence.
Oh my god,
yeah, they just legalized it yesterday, dog.
that bitch wasted no
I been
time.
have my card though.
I ain't
That
gonna
bitch
lie to
said,
y'all. I'm finna pour the Taylor right now.
"Yeah, y'all funny.
Boy,
Y'all really finna get started, huh?" Hey
Shout
man,
out to all the veterans. Tomorrow's Veterans Day.
oh word,
Yeah,
we get the day off
yeah, I
yeah,
get.
better.
Oh,
Yeah, they get
word.
I thought it was
40%
the
off at the
11th.
dispensary.
I thought it was the day the 10th.
today tonight.
Oh, the Veteran Day is Saturday. Hey, but
No,
I
it's
feel you.
tomorrow.
Veteran Day is on the 11th, man.
Ain't no school tomorrow because it's Veterans Day. I know what I'm talking about.
Hey, that's
Okay,
just
they may be
probably the day
celebrating
that
it
they
tomorrow.
recognize the holiday.
What?
Hey, yo,
Hey,
you're
I know y'all
hilarious.
was an hour behind, but I didn't know y'all was a day behind. A day
Boy, we
ahead.
ain't no day behind. That's Nakiva, boy. You funny.
Hold on, I gotta. Why would they cancel school on a Friday? It's Veterans Day is on
Okay,
Saturday.
hold on. Let me run this
So they
down
don't
for
go
you
to
real
school on
quick.
Saturday.
Bruh, they recognize some holidays even if they fall on the weekends because that's just the
Hey, can
holiday.
somebody Google this because at this
You
point
funny.
it's
You
crazy.
funny.
No,
She
it's
can't
just
do
like
15
Martin
years
Luther
on my
King's
phone.
birthday.
I need
His
a fact
birthday may
check.
fall his birthday may fall on a Saturday, but you still gonna be out of school on that Monday.
I just want to know, am I wrong?
Yeah, you
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 ignorant.
are.
Okay,
wrong.
them
You dead
Veterans
ass
Day is
wrong.
December 11th. I just Googled it.
Okay, never mind. But why the fuck they got them kids out of school? That shit didn't piss me off.
Hey
They
man,
be
You
out
look.
have
of
to
school
take out
for.
work.
I ain't
Tell
off for work. If
I
I
say, did
still
you
work
have to
for the
take out?
city, I would have been off for
Oh,
work. They was off for work for election day.
So banks closed tomorrow?
Shit, I don't know. I don't know nothing
they
now.
got now.
Yeah,
I
you
thought I
funny.
knew. I don't
Hey
know
man.
nothing now.
Hey America, if you just find out, man, Indiana ain't only an hour behind, they're ahead.
Oh man, forget you,
Boy,
D.
you funny. Hey, but you ain't lying. As soon as I'm off work, like if it's like 6 o'clock, I be like, oh, it's the next day already. I don't even be thinking about the rest of the shit. I'll be already on the
Man,
next day, like, okay, what I'm gonna wear tomorrow? Need to work out,
the
eat some
whole
food.
right, like it's dark when you get out. It's like you know what, this day is over. It's nothing else that I can even
Yep,
do.
over
Man.
If it ain't
it.
recording or drinking wine, I gotta do it tomorrow.
Yeah, you
Oh yeah,
hilarious.
boy.
Man, let's touch on another topic.
Let's address some of the clips that you did today, man. I know we ain't on program like Kiana sent, not Kiana, Nikiva sent that to us, but you did send a lot of interesting clips into the chat today.
Bruh. I don't know which one y'all want to start on first, but um I know we wrote the outline. I want to talk about like the whole LGBTQ community, bro.
I don't want no
And
parts.
I think like the thing you can't like bash them type of deal. Don't get me wrong, but you should be able to say whatever you want to say about whoever you want to say it, because I mean that's your freedom of speech type of deal. But it's things that's like factual and not factual. You feel me? Like what we was talking about earlier. So they had this little boy out. He was trick or treating. I don't even know where this was at or what happened. I gotta do some more research. But this little boy was trick or treating, and he had on a dress. So he probably couldn't have been no more than like maybe three to 4 years old, maybe
Nah, he was like 6.
6. I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
he looked like he was up in age, man.
All right, so let's say 6, 7 years old. I don't know. It's hard for me to gauge because I got my daughter not even 2 yet, and she's like
I'm about to look at the picture.
smart.
It's giving like 4.
That boy
4. I would say like 5, maybe the rough 5.
Either way, that's unacceptable. That's
Thank you. So they had this boy walking around. What?
I don't like that.
Let me finish telling you. They had a boy walking around in a dress.
Oh, he didn't tell the story.
It was from. That's because y'all looked it up. Y'all seen it in the chat. He was dressed up as like Elsa from Frozen, and I've never seen Frozen, but I guess it's a character called Elsa, and you know the boy would not only dressed up as the character, he was like kind of prancing around a little bit too, like hold up, like you feel me? Y'all ever seen how Edna Mode walk, like real slow, like tiptoey type of deal? He was doing one of them though. And
you think he had on heels?
Man, I hope not. I hope not, because he was moving way too good in them joints.
Used to.
Yeah, bro. I hope not. But real talk, man. I was sitting here looking at this, and I'm like, bro, ain't no way that they got this boy outside looking like this. You feel me? And I think the lack of having like men in your lives, like father figures, like dude, step up, bro.
His dad was in the video.
Hey, I don't know if that was his real pops or he adopted. I need to do more research because ain't no way, but ain't no way, but
because the mama was talking and the daddy was holding his hand. He was
but
adopted.
yeah, nah, but what then nah, he need his real parents.
In his life, and
it's yeah, bro, it's unacceptable. Like what do you mean he like Elsa Frozen? He want to nah, bro. I'm finna tell you, like, well, boy, this is a boy. You a boy.
And that's what we gotta stop, man. The TV shows, commercials, they just too eye open with it. You know what I'm saying? It used to be a big deal about an interracial couple being on TV. You know what I'm saying? They made a big deal about that. But now they're making it seem like it's just cool for 2 guys or 2 women to be kissing on TV. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just too much right now, man. We teaching our kids something that they don't need to be learning. And now you got people in schools trying to show these kids, hey, it's okay to express who you are. When you're 8, 9 years old, you're a kid. You're innocent. You're being taught by your parents. You know what I'm saying? And it's up to, like Jordan was saying, it's up to the parents, especially these guys out here, man, to teach your young man, hey, you're a young man. Mothers, teach your daughters, hey, you're a girl, you're a young girl. You know what I'm saying? It started at home. Once they get out here on the internet and get in schools and stuff, man, they teach them all kind of crazy stuff.
That's
but
it.
If you start
really
home,
the internet.
But if you start at home at a young age,
you're right. You're right though.
Teaching your kids what they should know. It don't matter what they see on the internet. It don't matter what they see other people do, because they gonna know that's wrong. My mom and dad didn't teach me that. It's these missing parents in the relationship. It's these missing parents, missing fathers in these boys' lives that ain't teaching these kids nothing. So now when they go out, hey, they sit in the street. Hey, I'm not supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you 100% right on that, man. And I think that reality check is, bro. Dudes is softer than ever now. Like I was saying about the testosterone, between my granddad, you know what I'm saying, his father, me, you feel me, my father, like the testosterone levels and most people just keep going down, bro. They keep dropping over time. And it's because of like bad food, smoking habits, eating habits, not exercising, all that other good stuff. But if you take the dudes out of the society, the masculine dudes out there society, how does the society keep functioning? And then I want to ask y'all, did y'all see the picture with the black dude dressed up in the tutu for
He doing too much.
his
With his daughter and his
yeah,
girls.
with his daughters and his old lady?
Yeah, I don't approve of that either. I think, and I think as a woman, I would never ask my guy to match us as girls. Like, your whole thing for me, as a man, the whole thing is like, I don't, we're your ladies. I don't want you to look like you're one of the ladies. I want you to be the man, and we're the ladies. I mean, I don't need you to match my, I don't need you to match my energy as a woman, really on no type of level.
You see
That's
what
how
I'm saying?
I don't like even when men use the term, like, even if it's like a situation where like, oh, a girl is acting immature, and a man like, well, I'm just matching your energy. Like, I don't feel for no circumstance that a man should be matching my energy as a woman. I feel like his energy should be trying to lead the energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what's going on. If you can't get your act together, you know, like, because if we all on the same energy, then what's going on here? There's no level. There's no level to it. I think that it's natural for any kid, boy or girl, to maybe get not even confused sometimes, but they might like different things. There's nothing wrong with a girl liking Power Rangers and a boy liking Elsa, but I don't think it's appropriate at that age to be allowing them to express. At that age, you guide the best way you can. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm kind of like how Boosie felt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Boosie did a lot of talking about the LGBTQ community and how he just don't. That's just not how he rock. And his daughter ended up coming out as you know, a lesbian, bisexual, whatever she is. But he also made the comment like, she waited till she was 21 to do that. She know what she want to do. I didn't tell her the best way I can. You know what I'm saying? This is the time where you could come out and do what you want to do. But as a kid, I think it's not appropriate for us to not have no type. And I think we talked about this before, Jordan. The standard is being diminished. It's going to be no standard at all for us to look at some point if everybody just allowed to express the way they want. Because just because you do
Exactly,
something,
bro.
just because you feel a way don't mean it's right. Just because you do a way don't mean it's right. Now, I don't have nothing against no community or nothing like that. Like, but I think that it's very important to like structure kids on like the ways of like the standard of what, you know, what you feel like is right as a parent, and then as they grow as an individual and as a person, yeah, you can't make them deter from that, but you can teach them the best way that they are supposed to. Because there's nothing wrong with redirecting. That's what you're supposed to do with children. If your little boy is becoming a little bit more feminine or whatever, but you know, like, hey, this might not really just be him. He just might be around. He got too many aunties around. You know what I'm saying? You redirect. You get him some masculine sports. You get him around some males. You get him into some things that feed his masculine energy. I don't think it's okay just to accept like, oh well, he likes to put on dresses, so this is what he wants to be for the rest of his life. No, you need to
Exactly.
redirect that energy, and then,
Exactly.
down the line as they get older, yeah, that might change. Yeah, that might be something different, and then that's when you know. But there is nothing wrong with redirecting your children in the right way. You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing wrong with supporting them and what they want to do. But at 5 years old, you cannot make 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You cannot make and people go through phases, but you can not make a conscious decision that's going to be a life-changing decision to just stick with your kids on what they feel at that time. You can express, and we could talk about. I can explain, I can redirect, you can express again. But at the same time, you don't have to accept, and that's not, and children are not to make the standard, because that's what parents are losing their focus at too. And parents are losing their position as parents because everybody thinks that a kid is entitled to an adult level of expression. You're entitled to express and do what you want, but at a child's level, because you don't know everything. Your brain not even developed enough. You don't even understand the consequences that come with actions until you're 25. That's a proven fact. So that's my feeling behind it. And I don't, that's not me being like biased or nothing like that, whatever, or I'm not against no community. But as far as children, I think nothing is wrong with redirection. and nothing is wrong with explanation because kids need to know. Kids get confused. Kids don't know what they like sometimes. Just because a little dude like putting on dresses don't mean he gonna be gay. He needs to be redirected a little bit. Like, hey, let's take you up here so you can see what the boys do. You
You
know?
right. You 100% right about that. You're not wrong. You're not wrong because it don't inherently lead to that person becoming either way or the other way. But you know what I'm saying? I think that redirection, like what you were saying, is critical. And the saddest part, bro, it's getting so critical in our society is that like people really think it's okay to do this. You feel me? Like to live these type of lifestyles and then be bold enough to put it on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Yeah.
the wildest part about it for me because not only is that like showing the world something that some people may not like, but now you showing the world something that some people may get on board with. You feel me? Not some people who ain't never seen this before is gonna be doing this just for the hell of doing it. You know what I'm saying? But at the
And then they
same time,
go
what
go ahead.
I was just gonna ask at the same time, is it um acceptable for a girl to put on a man's Halloween costume? Like if your daughter wanted to be like Jason or something like that.
So, and I think it is a bias when it comes to that because
It
even
is. It's a double standard.
yeah, I can see that and I can acknowledge that because with me having a daughter, my daughter is very into she's very into scary movies. She has actually dressed up as Pennywise, which we all know that's a male character for Halloween. She dressed up as Pennywise because she loved Pennywise, but the Pennywise outfit that she got was a dress, but it just was Pennywise like um decoration type thing. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay, I got you. I
you
got
know what I'm saying? So I think it's ways to maneuver around it. And even if, and to be honest, I'm gonna be just like real straightforward and honest. Like, even if it wasn't like a girl costume or like a girl Pennywise, I would have still let her. I would have still let her wear it, just because I think it's a fundamental difference of how each gender, as far as little girls and little boys, look at the differences. Girly items are very girly. It's hard to get away from the girliness of things. Boy
you.
items, especially when it comes to Halloween item, which is what we're talking about right now, it's scary. So it's hard to decipher what would be okay and what would not be okay. So me personally, I can't sit here and lie and say like if she want to be Jason, I won't let her be Jason because she loves Jason, she loves Michael Myers, she loves Pennywise, she's into scary movies. A boy, like I said, could be into Cinderella and stuff like that. But I don't think it's appropriate just because the level of femininity is way higher than the level of masculinity is if we comparing costumes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
you.
So
I
that's
think
just
it's a double standard though, but I think it's a good double standard, bro. Like I don't mind that one. I don't mind that one. Like I got daughters. If my daughters came to me and said she wanted to be like, well, actually, hold up. Let me preface this. Somebody else kids because I don't even do the whole Halloween thing. I'm not finna start. But if my daughter came and said, "Oh yeah, I want to be like Jack the Ripper or something like that," okay, or like Freddy Krueger or something, I could probably reason with it. But I mean,
and even to take it back, I think it's just I think that and I almost hate to like be such a Jordan today, but like I think it's just it's also a different standard that we need to hold little boys to that's gonna become grown men. You know what I'm saying? It is
bingo.
it's a big difference on what we're going to allow, and it's a big difference on what it looks like to become a young man versus what it looks like to become a young woman, because women can have levels to femininity that it just looks different. I don't think they're made to be on equal playing fields as far as that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's made to be on equal playing fields as far as what we allow and what it can turn into. You know what I'm saying? I think it is just different. I think the makeup genetically and what the feeling that comes with putting on those different costumes mean and feel to each gender. I don't think it feels the same, it looks the same, or it comes off. In any type of shape or form, the same as if a boy puts on a dress versus if a girl wants to dress up as a baseball player. I think maybe that could be wrong. Maybe that could be a double standard. It could be a bias, but I think it needs to be a difference of the standard that young men are being held to because they're going to grow up to be. men.
So
And
what you're saying is men and women are equal.
on that type of level, yeah. Because let's be honest, if we just talking about costume or cross dressing, it makes a difference of how you present yourself as a man. We have women can be, and like I said, it's biased. I can't say that.
I
It's
don't
biased.
think women should be masculine, bro.
I don't
Like
either. But I think women,
Right.
like
I think women can be tomboyish and still feminine. I think that there's women who like to wear gym shoes and don't like to wear heels, but that don't make them less of a woman.
yeah, I get what you're saying. I get
So
Yeah,
what you're
that's
saying.
yeah.
that's kind of the comparison of where I'm putting it to. But you can, it's a difference between a girl who likes to wear gym shoes and does not like to wear heels or feminine outfits and still can be womanly versus a man who would like to wear heels and not gym shoes. It's a difference.
So what you're saying is it's cool if a girl wears some chucks, but as soon as a man start carrying one of them man bags, it's a problem.
Well, if you not for that specific reason, I don't I am a person that feels like it depends on the type. If we talk about man bags per se, I don't mind the fanny packs that go around like the neck. You might be, because a lot of guys that I know, they might carry their pistol in one, they might carry their money in one, or a book bag. But cross body hanging purses, dangling tote bags that look very purse like,
It's a
I think,
purse.
yeah, I think it's very much a difference. I don't, and it's all about,
And you see a lot of these dudes, a lot of these modern day rappers with purses on, crazy.
yeah,
With
and I just
purses
think,
on.
and a
Hold
lot
on,
of
wait,
females
wait, wait, wait,
do
wait, wait,
say, I
wait.
mean, a lot of females do say, like, as long as the man bag filled with money, it don't matter. I'm just
Yeah, you
I
carry
I
the
think
purse.
I think I operate off a different type of like kind of old schoolness just for my preference. I can't speak to nobody else, but for my preference, I don't mind a fanny pack. And I don't mind if you wear it across your neck, across your chest, you know what I'm saying, whatever that is. But I don't want to be wearing our items the same type of way. I'm gonna just put it like that. Me and my man's purse
Hmm.
should not be able to match. It should not be able to go across our bodies the same way and to the point where we're matching. He had his Fendi cross bag matches my Fendi cross bag. His Fendi cross bag should be a little bit shorter. It should not go
Y'all
around the
funny.
arm. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just it should be.
I used to wear a fanny pack.
Man,
I don't think
I
it
That's
don't
back
agree
in the
with
80s.
none of this.
Now I wore a fanny pack when I was a lifeguard. That's the only time I ever wore a fanny pack. I mean, I gotta save a bit of life. I can't carry the mask and shit in my pocket. Imagine somebody trying to resuscitate you with a wet mask. They just pull it out their pocket.
You stupid.
Hey, you don't know what that's been, man. I don't know
Because
what that's been.
what begins to happen, I think, what me and Jordan touched on before too, is like there's starting not to be a standard between men and women, masculinity and femininity, either gender, dating wise. It's just, and I
Yeah.
think if it continues to go the way that it goes, eventually we're going to be living in a world where gender doesn't even exist. And I think some people aim to live in a world where gender is non-binary. That's not my wish. You know what I'm saying? That's not my plan. That's not my wish. That's not how I see the world working. And I don't think that makes us against any type of community or not. It's all about preference. I don't desire to date a man who feels like he's non-binary. I need a little binary, you know.
Hmm.
And for those who don't know what non-binary means, it means that you don't see gender, you just see the person. No matter how you dress, what your sex is, what your gender is, how your sexual preference, your sexual orientation, or how you present yourself, or what you're born with between your legs. I beg to differ. So we can, I think.
Hey.
Go, sorry, Jordan. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just finna say. Well, let's touch on another topic. We at the 30-minute mark, but
Okay.
um, I don't know what happened to Calvin. He was saying something at one point.
I would be going to sleep.
He dropped
Yeah.
in and then dropped out when we was talking about fanny pack. So
Now he was saying that he was saying that he didn't agree that the guy shouldn't wear purses because he got a Michael Kors purse.
Calvin,
No,
you out of
Let
pocket.
me, let me
Oh,
explain.
he gonna
First
talk
off,
when that come up.
let me explain. I It's not a purse. It's called a satchel, and I have multiple
I mean,
satchels.
women, when
And guess what though?
coach and you go to the women's section, it's a purse area called satchels. I'm just saying.
But yeah, but listen to me though. What's in my satchel is different from what's in the mother nigga satchels.
I mean,
What's in your satchel?
A
Your
couple of
past.
guns, some money,
I said that too, though, Kevin. I said it's a lot of women out here, and it's a lot of men who feel like as long as what you're carrying in the apparel is different, it doesn't matter. But I just feel like it should be worn. I think like even with fashion, like I think that my man fashion can match my fashion as far as brand, as far as maybe color, but we should not be carrying the same type of satchel where it fits us the same.
Imagine getting shot by a nigga carrying his pistol in the satchel.
Hey, don't play with us. You hear me?
Hey,
Don't fuck
I
around and
don't think
find
that makes
out.
I don't think that makes
imagine.
the man less of a man. I think it just all comes to preference.
Hey,
And you choose
imagine getting
preference.
clapped. Imagine getting clapped with a dude who pull a micro 12 out of
Oh nah, it ain't no
a Fendi
micro. It
a
ain't no
Fendi
micro.
crossbody.
Let me
It's that 9.
let me switch
It's
gears
gonna
because
sting.
this is something we want to talk about too. While we talking about men and women, and, dating and all that. So lately, the whole topic on social media on Facebook been like about these lists, and
Oh, but
so women, it's been women. It was a list floating around, and I think the number one thing that people was like in awe about was like a lot of women were saying they would like decline a date to the Cheesecake Factory on the first date. I'm gonna tell you right now, you can take me to the Cheesecake Factory, to the Pumpkin Factory, to the strip club factory. I'm at all the damn factories. I don't give a goddamn. Long as some of the meat that I eat, I'm not tripping. And like Young Miami said, and I want to quote, "Hey girl, I want to go wherever my nigga want to go. Wherever you want to go, long as I'm with you, long as we having a good time, long as
man,
the vibes is there."
dudes want to go to Pound Town immediately.
That's that is a fantasized
Immediately.
place.
They don't even want to go out to eat. I mean, they'll go out to eat after, but immediately, first
Yeah.
thought, a dude probably want to try.
And that
First
probably
thought.
is true. I had this conversation with one of my male friends before that like when you meet a woman in a grocery store, what is your initial thing that you look at with that woman? Like, is she fuckable? I think that's the first thing that men look at.
I think if you meet a woman anywhere, that's the first
That's
thing
the
you
that's
do.
that's
Yeah.
that's the
For
first thing.
real.
That's the first thing that you're looking at. Like,
Yeah.
is she fuckable? So at that point, once you realize if you feel like if she's fuckable, if she's sexually attractive, if that's somebody that you can see yourself laying down with, then you start to. That is always the first thought, and then you start to think on, to embark on. Okay, is this woman worth taking on a date? And that's the first thing that attracts you to even getting a woman number, because most of the time he see a attractive woman, he's like, oh, let me get at her, let me holler at her, and then you see going forward, is that somebody that you want to even spend your time with? But the first thing that men are attracted to, and you know what, to be honest, when I'm thinking about, I'm trying to think like when I look at a man, what's the first thing I'm attracted to? It's probably like his looks, his teeth, his shoes. I think before a woman open her mouth, a man, he discovers if she's fuckable. It might change after she open her mouth, depending on what she wears.
it definitely gonna change after she open her mouth, depending on what she
But
say.
after the first date is what starts making the pointer to the pointer to the direction of what's gonna happen. Because contrary to what men believe, a lot of women too, sometimes they just look at men like, okay, is this somebody I want to do it to? And contrary to belief too, just because a woman fuck you on the first date, that's not always your decision. That don't mean that you got the skins on the first night because that's what you wanted. Maybe that's what she wanted too. A lot of women know whether they want to have sex with a man on the first night.
But I mean, hear me out. If that that's probably what he wanted. But if that
Yeah.
was she wanted, that's even better for me.
That's even
That's
better for us.
it's even better for who, but who's not to say that we on the same page? And I don't think that makes either party wrong if they on the same page. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you want to do. That's what I want to do too. Now
I mean,
you may end up
you right.
each other in the
You
process.
you said what?
I said I don't think that it. Sometimes it's just what the man want to do is what the woman want to do in cases as far as having sex, and sometimes in a lot of cases, this was also a Facebook debate on my Facebook friends. Um, a lot of people who have sex on the first night end up being together for a long time, depending
And a
on the.
lot of people that have first sex on the first night end up not being together.
Yeah, I mean, it just really depends, but I really don't think it. I think that we're kind of getting away from just, oh, she let me hit it on first night, she's not wifeable, or she's not.
Nah, I think you correct about that 100%. But at the same hand, I want to say dudes still do like care about if like okay, she didn't smash me on the first date. How many other dudes she made that smash on the
Yeah,
first
I
date?
think that's also
But
going to be a thought for men, but in the back of their mind, just like
but hold up,
a,
but hold up. I was gonna say, but at the same time, if you smash a dude on the first date as a shorty, and you know what I'm saying, y'all really hit it off, then it's like you gotta do everything you can if you want to try to maintain his attention. Because dudes, after we done smashed, it's like
that's
uh,
sometimes, but sometimes people do have chemistry, and I think chemistry could be.
sometimes they do. You
I
right, and it leads
I
to
think
things. You 100% right.
a strong thing at times. I think that people who base like who a person is based off how they move sexually all the time is not always not always correct, because we could have a bomb time, have bomb chemistry, and it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying, I'm having such a good time, I'm enjoying this man so much, he's got me such in the mood, like this is what I want to do, because we all have that right to make that decision. But that does not mean that during that time that you spend with that woman leading up to or after the sex point that you don't want to get to know her even more. Now some men, if that's what you're looking for, that's all that you're looking for, and you don't see nothing past that, you know what I'm saying, that's different. But do think anatomy wise, a lot of men fail to realize that women are liberal sexual beings, just like them. And I think that I say this too a lot of times, men look at women as far as like who think they want men for their money is like, oh, they looking for a trick and something like that. The tricking does not stop even when you married. Women have sex with their husband based on what they know they're gonna do for them the next day. I'm finna get him some tonight, girl, because I know he gonna I'm finna be nice to my husband for the next few days because this is what I want. This is what me
Hey,
and kids want to do.
that's crazy though,
That's
because
yeah.
we was talking about on the last show. Do you remember Marcella saying shorty's using sex as a weapon? And I
Yeah.
think that if you only letting your husband clap, your boyfriend clap, or who I guess if you got a love interest clap when it's convenient for you, you feel me,
I
and
don't
then
think
punish
not
them when
only
it ain't.
I don't think not only when it's convenient, but I do think one women realize sometimes the power of what sex possesses. So that don't mean like I'm only gonna have sex with him when I want something, but it's like I know sometimes too, to satisfy the appetite of a man, to make him a little bit more at ease, to make him a little bit more happy, and that's even in a relationship or not in a relationship, even just dealing with somebody. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe, and I was always taught, even in my first relationship with my baby father and my first time living with somebody, to never use sex as a weapon. When you mad at somebody, don't say I'm not going to get them none for 2 weeks, because I'm mad at them, because then sex becomes your only weapon in a relationship.
Yeah,
You can
they do.
you can not give me none for 2 weeks, but I'm gonna find some.
Right.
All right.
Or you cannot give me some, for 2 weeks. And it's like, for what? So it's like you using that as a weapon when now you're decreasing my sex appetite. When as a man, sometimes all y'all needs a little, and I'm not being funny, but like sometimes all your man needs a little bit of whipping into shape, you know what I'm saying? And he over the little argument y'all had, he over the little bullshit you did to make a man. So you really withholding this, making a man more angry or making him more anxious or making him more at odds with you. I don't believe in using sex as a weapon, but sex sometimes for men and for women, let's not make it confused, it can be a tool. A lot of men who have nothing in life use their dick as a weapon as far as keeping women entertained and keeping them with them, because this woman is lonely or she don't have nobody, or whatever like that.
Bro,
So
hold on. That's the same thing for shorties, bro. It's a lot of lonely dudes who definitely
but I don't think
buying escorts
but
who
women don't,
definitely.
yeah, but that's if you're buying escorts, then you're looking for sex to be used as a weapon that's transactional.
But
My
I mean, you trying to say that there's more dudes just gold diggers than women is gold diggers?
I'm not saying gold diggers materialistic way, but a lot of men who don't have a lot of, because we have had to talk in the past that a lot of women and a lot of shorties are becoming more self sufficient and some men are not. I think that a lot of women who are self-sufficient, who have money, the only thing that they're lacking that they can do for themselves is get that sexual arousal, which we can with toys, but sometimes people fiend for that human connection. So if you're a woman who has everything in the world, you can buy everything for yourself, you can hire somebody to do everything, and you're like, I just want a man to make me feel good. It's some men who will sit here and make you feel good for a place to stay. Just like vice versa, some women are lonely, they don't have a man, and they just look. I think it's.
Yeah,
I,
I get what you're
I
saying.
always
I get what you're saying.
women use men and men use women. I think that's just the art of life.
Hey, let's talk about though the dating standards that we was talking about, and we were saying, you were saying, getting to know somebody on a date and all of that's great, but I said dudes want to clap immediately. You was like, I want to go wherever my man take me. I said dudes want to clap immediately. Yeah, and
That's not
that's
a real
what
question.
started
I'm
our
talking about as
conversation.
far as like a date, physical planning, as far as like these lists that people are coming to where they will not go. Pound Town is
So what's Pound Town is not acceptable?
no, I'm saying Pound Town is not a physical place. We're talking about like an actual
Oh,
place to be taken on a date. You know what I'm saying? Pound Town is not an area. You can't take me to Pound Town Street and give me an address. But I'm saying as far as restaurants, activities, whatever like that, it's the list floating around as far as what people will not do and what they will do. So I guess my question to y'all as men, on your first date, what's a non-negotiable that you would not accept on the first date with a woman? What's some things, and I'm not even talking about places or things like that, but just from a woman, what's some things that you would not accept on your first date from a woman, or that would turn you off to never want to date that woman again?
mm, being late.
Being
Hey,
late.
being late and having them long ass fingernails that I don't like, bro. Well, I guess I would have knew that off top. Yeah, but being late and I guess eating too much food.
Really? Oh, I forgot you is one of them BMI niggas. Okay. Well, so I guess I don't relate with the being late, because a lot of men I think expect women to be like, oh, they say they're gonna be ready at 7:15. You come to their house to pick them up. They like 5 more minutes. I'm still freshening up. I think that's kind of like almost like a thing that men kind of expect women. So I never heard a man say that, but that's good to know.
Hey,
If you meeting up, I think that's kind of equal standard, because if I'm meeting up with a man for a date and he's like 15 minutes late, that you already made a bad impression on me.
exactly.
So if that's what you feel like the same for a woman, I really can't I can't knock that as far as meeting up. But I think if you're pulling up to pick up a woman for a date and she needs some extra time to get herself together to look good for you, I don't see that as being a should be being an issue, unless it's like, what I'm saying, an hour, 30 minutes, you're just
My
waiting
whole
there.
thing is what my whole thing is, bro. If y'all know how long it be taking, cause y'all kind of got a gauge of how long it's gonna be taking. I mean, if we got a date at 8 or 9 o'clock and you gotta start getting ready by like 3, that's on you. Or you could just, what I'm saying, look regular. How most dudes probably want to show you to look anyway.
Y'all say that, but that's not what y'all want. Y'all, a lot of men say that they
All right.
look regular, but y'all appreciate when a woman puts in maximum effort to look good for y'all, and I think that's a good statement to make. Men appreciate when women put in maximum effort to look good for them, to smell good for them, to be on point for them. Now, that's not to say that men don't like women like natural in their natural state, sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. That's when the prettiest. I hope you don't take it wrong. Just to quote Drake, but I don't. I think that first impressions, I think that men do appreciate a woman that takes time, and that takes the time to like maybe look her best, or look her in her highest self that she feel like that she could present at that time for you. It makes you
Hey,
feel good. I think as a woman and as a man, when somebody takes the time to look good for you, I think it's just like an effort thing, and I think it feels good to just know somebody's putting in effort for you versus how they look
you
every day.
right, but hear me out, bro. We already knew you was a baddie off top. That's why we going on the date.
Yeah,
You
but
know what I'm
okay,
saying?
so let me ask you this, because this is a perfect segue into some things that I think sometimes. So if you see me and I present myself, so let's say the first couple times you see me, I mean, I'm done to the T, hair done, nails done, feet done, outfit on point, and that's what you begin to expect out of a woman. And then she slowly declines and start transforming back to like, okay, I don't have to put in this much effort for this guy. How would that make you feel?
I think that the first thing we want to address, like you said earlier, dudes really just most of the time, and I could be like, biased or wrong about it a little bit. Most of the time, dudes, the first thing we think is she hittable. If she's hittable, now we can go ahead and compromise on other things
Right.
depending on.
But how she looks but if you're going off your first representation of her and if she's hittable, that might not look how she look in her natural state if she's hittable the same way.
Yeah, you
Right.
right, you right, and I think that's what we'll notice off top too. If she's a baddie with no makeup on, with decent hair, you know what I'm saying, a nice outfit. If she look like she been taking care of herself, cool. But the whole like long ass weaves, long ass
I
nails,
mean that goes but
BBL
Eyelashes.
I
culture,
think that goes into no,
eyelashes.
that goes into preference though. Like you want a natural woman, you don't care for BBS, you don't care for long weave. That goes into preference. I'm just talking about if a woman, even if she doesn't have long weave, she has a short haircut.
Even if like I get what you're saying. I like a woman to take care of herself. Even if that mean like no weaves, fresh face, like having a clean face, smelling nice. You feel me? I get what you're saying. What I'm saying is I don't think dudes really care if a shorty do the most on a first date because, like I
First,
said,
on the first date, I do think they can.
especially and not enough to be late. You mean to tell me we had a date plan, you was late because you was trying to get yourself together off of some stuff that I don't even really
Okay,
care about.
You care
I mean,
about, yeah.
but sometimes men say that they don't some stuff that they don't care about. But if a woman showed up lacking those things, lacking lacking what's it called men.
Well, again, that's why I said if you was like this when I met you, then I probably wouldn't even have wanted to go on a date at all. And if I did want to go on a date, now I'm probably just really trying to smash.
But let's be
You
honest,
feel
Right.
me?
it's a difference between both genders though. So that's just like if you see a man with a fuck, he ain't had his hair cut in 3 months. He got on his work clothes. He construction work. He dirty, ain't got no haircut, whatever like that. You might not be as physically attracted as you are when he gets himself cleaned up and presentable. That's even I think that's even in a relationship or in a marriage. You get used to seeing your partner look a certain way, and yes, you love them and you appreciate them in their natural state. But when they put that shit on, when they go a little bit extra mile, you like, damn, babe, you know what I'm saying, like. You was trying to you was trying to get yourself, right for me. It's a fulfillment. It's dopamine. It's a
I,
happiness.
I
You
feel
know,
I feel what you're saying.
we
I feel
So
all
what you're
let me
saying.
ask you this. It be a lot of shorties out here that be and maybe I'm wrong. It be a lot of shorties that say that they don't do their makeup for dudes. They do their makeup and their hair and their lashes and their nails for themselves or other shorties. Do you think it's some truth to that?
so I think I got two answers to that. So for one,
Two answers.
I mean, because
Dang.
I'm gonna speak to myself, and then I'm gonna speak to what I think the majority of women do. So for myself, a lot of the times, I'm not heavy on makeup. Now, if I'm going to an event, because I think it is important. As a young woman, I've learned over the years that some events do require you, to put your best on to maybe get your makeup done because those are special events. I'm not heavy on the makeup. I don't do my makeup every day. I'm really just learning within the last year or two how to put on a full face myself by myself without going to get my makeup done. I've never really been into that. For one, it takes a very long time if you have to do a full face of makeup on top of getting yourself together. The makeup and the hair adds maybe like an extra hour on your getting ready process. I just never been one to feel like I wanted to take all that time to do all of those things. But as I get older, I do realize, and even with dating older guys, it's appreciated sometimes when people see your maximum effort is put in. And I think a lot of women feel like when you show up as your best self, and you should show up as your best self, that you get a better I guess response in return. Or
So you
just
don't consider
go ahead.
so you don't consider that as false advertisement?
I don't consider it as false advertisement unless that's something that unless every single day of the week, and every time you see this person, they can't never see you, with a fresh face or without makeup. I think
I
that's
mean, but we talk about like a first date type of deal though.
well on the first
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
I think men and women should put on their best on the first date because it means everything that shows that you care enough about this person to go the extra mile and to put in the effort. So that's what I speak about on the first date. I
So
think
would you
that
say that makeup is considered like part of y'all best if that's what you use to become like, you know, what you look like?
it's just
Because
part.
me,
I think it's part of getting ready. Just like a man would go get a line in, go get his beard touched up, go get his hair retwisted, go get his hair cut and put on his best outfit. I think because you're men and we're women, it looks different. I think
That's
what we
maintenance.
I think it looks different of what we consider being our best self or getting ourselves together in certain situations. So I don't think that we should compare what men do to what women do as far as getting ready for each other because it would never
well,
be.
they is
Nah,
totally different.
But we
Cause
can
but it,
dudes,
compare. But we can compare if a guy was to if okay if I met you and I was attracted to you, no haircut, your worst clothes on, maybe not looking the best. That's different because I was already attracted to you looking like that. And if I gradually and if you I just think let me just make a point. I think maximum effort should be required when you're dating somebody, you know what I'm saying? Because you always want to put on your best self. And I think I learned that in work. I think I learned that in dating that putting on your best self and presentation does matter. Now, if presentation is all you have to give, your representative is all you have to give, then that makes a total difference because then that person does not like you outside of what you're putting on, you know what I'm saying? But when you can be yourself and still be loved, and when you can put on something else and it just enhances male and female, that's different.
hey, so D, go ahead, man, cause I got something to say, but I'm gonna wait.
bro, I just feel like on a man piece, that's maintenance. When we get a haircut, we get a lineup. That's part of maintenance. If you
That's
get your hair done,
when we
that's
get our
maintenance.
when
But
we get our
makeup is a fake person. I'm not seeing your
Mm.
true self when you put on makeup. I feel like a lot of women don't even need makeup, and then my thing is, it's a false pretense. I see you with makeup on. I'm thinking you look like this all the time. Now I wake
What?
up next to you, you ain't got
a
no
lot of
makeup on. I'm
men
looking like,
see
what the
women
fuck?
with makeup, and y'all know makeup when y'all see it. Y'all know when a woman has makeup on, or whatever like that, and she's presenting herself in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So you can't possibly tell me that you think when you see a woman with makeup on
But
that is her natural face 24/7. You know what I'm
no,
saying?
no, I'm just saying, I'd rather see you at your
But like,
natural
yeah,
state.
exactly. What if she didn't have the makeup on? Well, let's say I asked her out, boom, seen her out in public, asked her out at 2 p.m. We got dinner plans for 10:30, and now she done went home, put on the gang of makeup, and now I'm like, wait.
Hey, I don't want me to cut
You
y'all joy, but
you
sometimes
could
when they
be
put on
like,
makeup,
wait, or it could still look good. It just depends. And sometimes let's think about the fact that sometimes women don't always do things for the man appreciation. Sometimes it's what makes you feel good, what makes you feel feminine, what makes you feel like you're ready for the night.
but
I
the
mean,
key
I
was
hear what you're saying,
sometimes when they put on the makeup, they don't even look that good. You know what I'm saying? They don't look good with makeup on. You look like you just got this shit caked up on your damn face,
all
and it
right.
don't even look good. You know what I'm saying?
You just
But I
sometimes
like you as your natural state.
And eyelashes is getting out of pocket.
Oh yeah, them goddamn
Let's
windshield wipers you put on your face. Now that
boy,
shit just get out of pocket.
let's not
That shit
talk
just out of
about the
hand.
eyelash.
That is out of hand now. I'm
Yeah,
saying, come
but
on,
yeah, you're right.
hey, come on now. If your eyelashes ain't, you weren't born with no eyelashes as long as a damn finger. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man, this shit is ridiculous, man. And then someone be goddamn be talking shit and be blanking their eyes and shit. I'm like, man, sit your ass down somewhere, dog.
Hey,
okay,
Looking
bro,
like a
imagine.
goddamn
that's
Volkswagen
not
Beetle.
to say that that's what men prefer all the time, but at times when it's done right, it does look good. I mean, let's just say it looks good at times. When it's done correctly, it looks good. It is an enhancement.
Yeah, exactly. I get
So
what
the
you're
same
saying, but I
what y'all
think
say about maintenance as far as y'all haircut, y'all men don't wear makeup, so that's why I'm trying to compare. Like that's just like you don't want to go meet a shorty for the first time or your first day, and you don't go get groomed. You know what I'm saying? You don't go get yourself together. It just brings a feel that you care, to the and it's hard to compare because men don't wear makeup, and I don't even wear makeup unless I'm going to an event. I don't think y'all probably only seen me in makeup when we had our last show. I don't wear makeup like or whatever. I don't wear makeup on a regular, and some women do, some women don't, and that's why I say it's a difference because I have 2 point of views because I'm not one that could take an extra hour to get ready every day for work because I want to put on a full face. That's not me. But that is some women. And sometimes that's just not for you all, but that's just for their confidence, how they want to appear. But that doesn't mean they're ugly under it.
I hear what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, if I met you one way at 2 o'clock, I'm expecting you to be that same way by
So,
9 o'clock.
so at what point is it acceptable for y'all women to be made up?
What are we talking about here?
What?
Well, like what we talking about? You saying what point is it
At what?
acceptable type of
Because to
thing?
me, it's seeming like y'all saying that women shouldn't like that. That's not something that's needed. So, and when is it acceptable for y'all?
I mean, I would say special occasions, maybe
Is
like
a date not a special occasion?
not
Really?
necessarily every day. Not necessarily every
Not
day.
date, but like I would say like a first date, an anniversary. Some things that are important to you that make you want to go the extra mile. I think that.
All right, so let me be frank about it. I would prefer not at all. So you know what I'm saying. I don't even know. I might cry a little bit if
Oh my
you know what
god.
I'm saying. It's an event and you know what I'm saying. My old lady not wearing no makeup, but that's what she do. You know what I'm saying. She a makeup artist, so I can't even
So
try to fight that
you
for
should
real.
have a different appreciation for real because you know that it's not always.
Oh yeah, she does hers real good. I be
Yeah,
seeing some
it's
shorties
not
and they
always
be
it's not
botched.
always an over the top thing. Sometimes it's just like a polishing thing. We want to be polished, and a lot of times
Yeah,
for women, especially in career or especially when you're dating someone, you know what I'm saying. It's okay to want to look polished for your person as long as it's not over the top. It don't look caked up. You don't look like a different person. I didn't see in the Facebook videos when women take off their makeup, they look like a whole different person. I think that's totally unacceptable, and that is false advertisement. But when it's just to be polished
thank you.
when it's just to be polished, when it's just to be, in correct order for certain things, I don't think that that's a bad thing. But when it is used for false advertisement, it's every day. Or like, if y'all even used to hear about, I'm kind of like a history head, so like I watch a lot of documentaries, and I used to watch a lot of things about women who are black but who were passing, and it is really women out there who are black women and darker skin or darker complected women who made their face every day for 50 years to pass as a white woman with their husband. Makeup to bed, makeup in the morning. You know what I'm saying? That is definitely for sure false advertising. But just to look polished, I don't think that's something that we should like, you know what I'm saying, go too hard on.
Gotcha. I
Okay.
see what you're saying, but yeah. I don't know. I think it's really despicable being late on the first date. Nakiva asked, um, on the first date, what's some absolute red flags or what's some absolute
Non-negotiable.
non-negotiables for a first date? And I said being late and what else did I say? I said being late and eating too much.
Oh yeah, what's with the eating too much? Like, what does that look like?
Hold on. If a shorty put down $150 on top of my bill, hold up.
Yeah, that's a
I
problem.
got a problem. I got a problem, bro.
But
Cause
what if
hold up,
I
who
mean
do you think you is?
$150 don't equate to eating too much? Like I
I'm
like
finna I'm finna touch that. I'm finna touch
if
that
I
one
get a
too.
half a rack of oysters, if I give me a nice ribeye steak, some potatoes, some broccoli or some asparagus, and I get a donut
Hold up.
and a
Hold
martini,
up. I'm
that's
finna tell
Damn.
you.
when my daddy took me out to dinner for my birthday back here in August. I had a birthday. My daddy took me out to dinner. It was me, my daddy, and his girlfriend. Our bill collectively came to $800, and we did go to an
Dang.
expensive restaurant, but I did not eat. I did not overeat. We shared a platter of 12 half sliced oysters. I had a steak. I had lobster mac and cheese. I had a potato, and I had two martinis.
Damn.
Hey, honey.
Hey, so all I'm saying is it one, don't be making my bill too high. You feel me? I ain't a
Right.
baller. I'm not balling out of control. I'm not Wilt Chamberlain, not Michael Jordan. Secondly, I mean, bruh, if I see baby put down more than about a 10 ounce, 12 ounce steak,
That's a lot already. I'm not doing more than a 9 ounce.
I got you feel me? I got a question because where is you putting it? Cause at
Right.
this point now I'm trying to think like, dang, if I'm gonna clap after this, she gonna be too full. You feel me?
Well, let me.
Come
I
on.
have a thing too. I have a theory that me. Okay, so how you said you don't want women running your bill up? I feel like as men, y'all could kind of women can suggest like most men on the dates that I've been on. Most men ask me, "What do you like to eat?" My response is always, "I like steak and I like seafood." There is so many places that you could take me that has some type of steak and that has some type of seafood
Take you to
that's in
Kong
the
Pao,
that
Chipotle.
noodle number 5.
that's in your range. So I think men need to also too date within your ranges. If you know you don't have steak 48 Ruth Chris money, don't take that woman to Ruth Chris because she's gonna order what she wants on the menu because the impression that you're giving is that you got Ruth Chris money. If you
You right, but Shorty still shouldn't be eating that much. Damn where you go.
no, but
Right.
it does matter where you could go, where you go because you can go to an upscale restaurant and order the minimum food and it still is a high price.
Now, what I'm saying to you is, yeah, you 100% right. Don't spend all my money, but when I say don't eat too much, I mean like, yo, ain't no way Shorty putting down that much food. Like, ain't no way, but
So somebody's appetite can disgust you.
yeah, probably so. And I think that's with anybody. I think that's 100% with anybody, bro. Like
But but some men like Jordan, some men are actually some women are. I'm a foodie, and I say that too. I'm a foodie. So the last day that I went on, I didn't go to anywhere. I went to like Bonefish Grill in Orland, and that's a like okay restaurant, but like that's not like a 5-star Roof Chris nothing like that. But I had we ordered an appetizer which we shared, which was like like 2 or 3 crab cakes we shared. I had um I had steak, I had asparagus, I had a potato, and then we had 2 martinis. I was nice and full. So I think it just depends on too. As the man, I feel like y'all have say so, and y'all do have leader where y'all take these women, the type of food that is going to be there, the type of food that's going to be fulfilling, and the type of food that's not going to cost you as much. Y'all have the opportunity to lead in that. A woman can tell you where she want to go, but if you trying to stunt like you got the bread to take me to XYZ and we get there and you want me to be skimpy on the menu, it's like why did you even bring me here?
yeah, nah, you right. You right.
If you want me to order
I feel.
if you want me to order a Chili's type menu, take me to Chili's. I ain't got no problem with that. Cause I'ma still eat steak. I'm gonna get a lobster tail and I'm gonna
Yeah, but see, yeah, y'all, you had me messed up on the first date.
Hey, it won't be a second.
What?
do you,
Ain't no
do
way,
you
bro.
capping? Do you
No,
capping?
I'm just saying though, man. But hey, then we did talk about this on Don't Live in TV also. So when a man do go out there and spend $400-500 on the first date,
Is he entitled to the cheeks?
yeah, them sheets.
Is he?
I
Is
don't
Is
he?
it entitled to the sheets?
I don't think so because I think that you have, as a man, you have full reign and opportunity to curve where the date is gonna be based on your pockets. So don't take me to no restaurant where it's that I'm gonna obviously rack up a $500 easily if you know you don't have that type of money. Now you looking to clap in return because you spent $500.
But what if we take you to Chili's and you
If you
still run
rack
up
up,
like
if you rack up
$150 bill at Chili's? What if we ain't got it?
That's outrageous. If you rack up by yourself $150 at Chili's and most of it is not even, and I don't even believe, and I can't even say most of it is not drinks because you should not be drinking $150 worth of liquor on your first night because then you're going to be trash and that's not cute. Nobody wants to be sloppy drunk on the first date or whatever like that. So I definitely agree with that. If I'm taking you to a restaurant like, or even if you're a minimalist, which means I mean y'all know what a minimalist is, like, you know what I'm saying, the bare minimum is what makes you happy, or like you don't need extra 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 to be able to be fulfilled. And you take somebody to
I
like
get what you're saying.
a Chili's and they racking up
Right.
$200. That's excessive, and you can make that assumption based on that because that's excessive. But if you take me somewhere where everything is a la carte, my stuffed chicken by itself is $70. My sides are a la carte. My drinks are $20 a drink. You know what I'm saying? You can't make that same assumption based on that. So I think y'all have full reigns to control which way that goes. As men and women, we have no choice but to follow suit now for one. And then at that point, you could tell if a woman is just racking up to see what your pocket's looking like or to fuck with your money or to just, overindulge for no reason versus if like, okay, I took her to this nice restaurant, I'm expecting to spend XYZ. That's all I'm saying.
But if you know you ain't gonna get that guy no cheeks, I feel like you shouldn't rack the bill up no higher than
If
you
all
would if you were going by
if you
yourself.
feel like
If you were paying for your own ticket.
no, if you feel like the date is just based on you getting cheeks and how much money you spend, you're gonna have to fuck. Then you should not be dating. If you
It
can't,
ain't
Right.
even
if you
about dating
can't,
Right.
time. But I'm saying my thing
if
is,
you
why go to a
cannot,
restaurant?
go ahead, big guy.
If you want to spend $300 by yourself, why you expect that man to spend $300 on the
I
meal
agree. And
for
if you
you?
don't want her to spend, if you don't want her to spend $300, don't take her somewhere where that's a
It
Hey,
ain't.
easy.
A,
hey, let me say something real quick, bro. The reason that dates probably even exist because if dudes was to just walk up to shorties straight up and be like, "Hey, yo, I'm trying to clap right now," most shorties probably wouldn't go for it. You know what I'm saying? They'd be considered kind of rude. So that's why
Yeah, because
they
it's
do
kind
it.
of rude. And then it's like, okay, if we're gonna go back to the femininity and masculinity thing, like what happened to chivalry? What happened to like courting women?
Women killed that shit.
No,
Boy, what you mean? What happened to it?
I don't think it's cute. I think a lot of women still get. That's why we having a conversation right now because it's not cute, and men are still courting women, and now men are getting upset about the way that women are wanting to be courted or the things that they're putting out there that they can't really provide or handle. So it's like don't speak, don't take nobody out above your means, don't speak above your means, and don't put out there that you can do something above your means if it's gonna bother you later, whether you get the cheeks or not. If I was a guy, I would probably think the same way. Like, shit, she's spending $700. I want to fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would probably think the same way if I was a man. But I would also think like, shit, if I ain't got the 700, 600, $500 that I could spare
Just ask if
without
you could clap.
without wanting to fuck, if you can't spend it without if you can't spend it without getting the cheeks, you don't need to go there on the first date. If this
You
is
right.
you,
You right.
if this
People
is you
shouldn't be
getting
leading with money. I think dudes should just ask shorties if they could clap, and then there's your answer. Because think about it like this, bro. Off bat, if you approach a shorty or if a shorty approach you, she already know if she gonna let you clap.
not always off the first approach, but after.
Off, bro, off the first approach. I'm a
I mean,
firm
yeah,
believer.
no. I ain't gonna lie. In some capacities, yes.
Come on, off the first 10 minutes.
If
Hell,
some
off the first
capacities,
3 minutes, you already know if you'll let a dude clap or not.
in some
Yep.
capacities, yes, that is true. But in some capacities, it's not. So I think that on both sides, like let's just give each other even playing field. That say like sometimes what men expect to go down is not what's gonna go down, and what women expect to go down sometimes that's not gonna be feasible. You know what I'm saying? If you looking for a 7-figure nigga and you dating a 3-figure nigga, you need to order a 3-figure meal. But if that 3-figure nigga if that 3-figure nigga is coming off like a 7-figure nigga, you can
And I ain't
be mad
like
when
how
she
you
ordered
said
that
that
meal.
last N word.
I'm sorry.
You
It
say what,
sounded like you
George?
put that. I said I ain't like how she said that last
Did I
N
put
word.
the
It sounded like
did
she
I put
put
the ER?
it sounded real ER-ish.
Okay,
I
well,
thought this
I don't
was
even like the curse. I'm really trying to get away from cursing, but if that 7-figure if that 3-figure guy is presenting himself like a 7-figure guy, you can't be mad when she ordered a 7-figure meal because that's what you presented to me. That was okay.
you're right. You're right. Hey, listen, man. Do we got another topic? Cause we had an hour here.
Yeah,
We over.
We might need
yeah,
to do a
we yeah,
part.
we'll
I think we might need to do a part two to this because
yeah,
it
we
is,
need to do a part two.
and I
Kiana will be
think
with
that
us on the
it can
next one.
go. I think that it can go longer if we expand on like the topic. So I think let's do a part two to this. And I think listeners, y'all should write in and say what y'all feel on this topic. What's your non-negotiables? What's your red flags on the day? I don't think we really got into red flags really too deep because I think we can get deeper on the red flags. But what's your non-negotiables? What's your
Hey,
list? Go ahead.
yeah, you right. D, we ain't never get to your non-negotiables. You ain't never said that.
Hey man, hey, the non-negotiable is not coming natural, and coming with a friend. Don't do that,
Come
dog.
on with a friend,
That's
but
Coming with a
crazy.
friend,
If
dog.
you come up with
Now
a
I gotta
friend on
feed
a
you
day,
and your friend.
you trying to do a little something that's a little.
No, you got some females, man. Hey, I just met this dude. I want to go out, and this how they set it up. You already at the restaurant waiting. Do you mind if I bring my friend?
mm.
I'm
I
looking like,
haven't,
damn.
I
Okay,
what
haven't
what if
experienced,
the friends sit at the bar like they don't sit with you?
I haven't experienced nothing like that. But I have went out or engaged with certain males, and I'll be like, hey, can you go around the corner to this restaurant? I'm gonna call you if I need you, or I'm gonna call you if I need to get out this jam real quick, or something like that. But as far as bringing somebody on the day, I think that is absolutely unacceptable. That's weird And it's
What
like
if
you
they
don't even
sit at
want to
the bar? Like, what if it's two shorties and her friend sit at the bar, just peep the scene, you don't even know it?
Okay, then you don't know
If
it.
I
So
don't
out of
know it,
sight,
it
out of
ain't a
mind.
problem. But if you make it known that, hey, look, you don't bump your friends on our date. Nah,
Yeah,
dog.
if
You
you
know what I'm
making it
saying?
known,
Hey,
that's weird. Or if you like, oh yeah, my friends at the bar, I got her waiting just in case you acting crazy. Like, no, that's a little like. I think it's okay to protect yourself, have your friends on the scene with you, but I don't. I think out of sight, out of mind, nobody needs to know, and it needs to be like a precaution thing only, not like a thing brought to the forefront. I would never bring a friend on a date with me because it's like, what are you even doing? Why I'm on this date if I don't even want to spend time with you and I want somebody else to be engaged in our conversation? As a grown woman, it's stuff that like I feel like my friends don't need to be privy to when I'm getting to know somebody because your friends representation of what a guy should be or what they expect in a guy can maybe cloud not cloud your judgment, but they could try to put things into your mind of why you shouldn't date this person. So I'm a firm believer now, especially now at this age I am and like being experienced of getting to know people myself by myself. I don't take no I'm not anybody that I'm dating newly, I'm not trying to bring you to my friend's crib. I'm not trying to bring you to no get-togethers. I'm not trying to bring you to none of that until I get to know you as a person, and then I choose to bring you around those people because I know you're a good fit for me. I'm comfortable in which what you like, how you act, how you carry yourself. You know, I'm not looking for nobody else's approval by the time I bring you around. Next person approval that I'm looking for by the time I bring you around is like my parents or my family. But just like bring around my friend, like, girl, let me see how you think he act or whatever like that. I think that's giving kind of childish at this age because what you think is what matters at the end of the day.
and the number one being late. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand being late. Be on time. If I tell you you need to be at the restaurant at 8, I expect you to be there 7:50. You know what I'm saying? You being
Exactly.
late
That's what I
because you had
said.
to put on eyelashes. Come on, that's
Or
too
what
far.
if some men be
Um,
like, okay, my bad, I'm running late. I had to get gas. I had to do this. Like, no, you had to get gas, so go do that
Now, my
first. So
thing is, if you know you're going on a date, you should have all the getting gas and all this other stuff should be already taken
yeah,
care
time.
of
Like, I'm with
before
that.
the time for the date. I
yep.
can't stand the person being late because
But
now with you being late, that means they're gonna tell me you're gonna be late. And if we choose to go into a relationship, you're always gonna be late. I'm always
D,
gonna be sitting around waiting on you.
D,
Yeah.
when you first started dating, then y'all had horses and carriage back then.
Boy, you stupid.
Horses and
Hey,
buggies.
he just woke up and want to have a joke.
I was never
that
asleep. I was just listening.
Oh, I'm
be
hey, but
listening to our own show.
I got a
so
question
my
for
thing
y'all.
is,
I got a question before we end, and I'm gonna leave this as my last question. I'm gonna let y'all answer. Do y'all think it's acceptable to take some, even if you're not trying to have sex or whatever? Do you think it's acceptable to show somebody like where you live on the first date? It's not even as
Hell
far.
no,
no.
I mean, no.
Nah,
Well, I'm not
nah,
gonna say
hell
hell
where
no.
you. I'm not gonna say where you live because men pick up women from their house sometimes on first date. But as far as like letting them in, chilling with them in your crib on the first date or the first like link,
nah,
is
dog.
that
That's
something?
you still a stranger, dog.
Nah, not no more. Not no more.
No,
These
you
niggas,
still a
Yeah.
motherfuckers be
stranger, dog.
having people waiting in the closet trying to rob you and do some shit to you. Nope.
Yep, yep.
Mm-mm.
Got a clap in the car.
You hear me on my mama?
I think that men who want to pressure
And they got to be at the police station.
I think that that want to pressure themselves. You know, I'm really tired of being the only girl on these conversations.
Hey, nah, but I
Hey,
agree with you, Nakiva. I'm not linking up with no shorty at her crib
Right.
trying to crack, bro, because it's just too dangerous, bro.
I
What
mean,
if she
okay,
got
so
the
Too
that's what I
jewels?
wanted
dangerous.
to know. I wanted to know from that standpoint because I think a lot of men now are taking more into consideration that women have crazy exes, crazy baby daddies, like,
there you
and I
go.
know a lot of men think too now is not coming to a woman crib without their pistol, like
On my
men.
Because
I
mama.
hey,
don't go nowhere without my pistol.
On
because
my
for real,
mama.
because you may broke up with him, but he ain't broke up with you. And now I'm over there
Tell 'em.
chilling. Come on, no,
Now
Bitch,
you
I'm
trying to
taking my
use me for
pistol to
get
take out
back.
the trash. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. I take
Well,
my shit everywhere.
leaving it on that point. I also want to say to women like women, when y'all dating, y'all on the scene, or even you know what I'm saying, if you still getting your groove back, if you're dating, if you're on the scene, be careful about who you bring to your headquarters and where you lay your head at. That's your place of peace. That's your place of comfort. That's your kids' place of peace. Your kids' place of comfort. I've always been the type of person I don't really let nobody I have to be I already had like some type of real connection with you to let you know where I live at. I've even talked to police officers and I won't let them know where I live at because I have like a thing about like, okay, if they
you gotta
crazy,
let them motherfuckers
they can be crazy as hell too. But who you gonna call if they get to going crazy on you? Like they gonna tell their police friends don't pull up. You know what I'm saying? Don't pull up because it's all good. You know what I'm saying? So like I think that like just be safe and be cautious about who you bring to your space, where you lay your head at as women. You know what I'm saying? We're vulnerable. You can have a gun, you can have a pistol, you can have your mace, you can have whatever. You could think that the stuff won't happen to you, but always be cautious about where your place of peace is. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with meeting up with somebody outside of home or at a place, or even letting them pick you up from somewhere. But as far as entering into your place of peace and knowing the ins and out and escape routes and where you keep stuff at your house and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? That's unacceptable as women. So let's make sure that we being safe and that we being on the same page with the men that are coming in our life and that's picking us up. Me personally, in the last year, it's not nobody that took me on a date or that has been to my house or my home and I don't know where their home is. I don't know what their home looks like. I don't know what kind of car they drive. I don't know what their driveway looks like. I don't know, the numbers on their house. If I need, it's just certain things that you have to be aware of and that you have to be and that you have to have secure.
Hey, Calvin, funny, man. Hey,
What you
look,
say?
he just said, "Oh my God."
No,
Hey,
Hey,
I'm dead ass serious. I'm that type of person. The last date, y'all, listen, the last date that I went on, dude picked me up from my house and I said, "Can you tell me about your house so I can know you live at?" And
That nigga took you to the tribe.
he definitely did not take me to the trap because I don't
you
date them
really
type
could
of
have
people.
took you anywhere though. That's crazy.
Nah,
yeah.
dude took me to his crib and took me in his house and like
To his homeboy house.
I looked at everything from the mail. I looked at the numbers on the house to the mail. And when I ain't gonna lie, when niggas go in the gas station, I'm looking into the glove compartment. Is this even really your car? Like I don't play them type of games, bro.
That's crazy.
Hell no.
Hey, but that's funny because if a shorty be like, "Hey, can you take me by your crib so I can see?" I'm instantly thinking like, "Oh, she trying to get straight to business. It's cool."
Yeah.
Whatever
Ain't even gotta.
you can think whatever you want to think, but that don't mean it's going down.
Nah, I
You
would think
right.
she trying to set me up and rob me. Hell no, I'm good. You can get
For
out.
real.
But it's
Yeah,
okay for
definitely
you to
leave
pick them up
her
and
at the
you to see
crib.
where they lay their head in, where their kids live, and where they.
What if
I'm telling you to
what if
meet me
that ain't even
somewhere.
where she stay at though?
You feel me?
I
Matter of
mean that's
fact,
different.
matter of fact,
I would think you knowing if like, pick me up for my. I'm gonna have my homegirl come and get ready to pick
man,
you up.
shorties be at they nigga crib
For real.
getting picked up.
Getting picked up.
You know what?
Boy.
It's hour and 20. We need to just make part 2 because y'all do too
Hey,
much.
hey, y'all. Hey, Don't Live in TV, man. Marcella, we're gonna invite her on part 2 of this show right here, man. Give her input. I think she'll have a different input from a woman point of view. So we're gonna have
Yeah.
Jordan reach out. We'll have Jordan reach out and see can we get her on the next show. Well, y'all check out Dope Living. I'm saying it right, Jordan.
Yeah, Dope Living TV.
Yeah, Dope Living TV, man. It's a great episode, man. Me and Jordan was on the episode on Monday and Tuesday. What they call it, love circle.
Relationship roundtable.
Yeah, relationship roundtable. So, man, y'all check that out, man. But
I think we should have a Black Love episode.
Black love. We're gonna
Black
call it
love.
love circle like D said. Let's do it.
Ain't that somebody else's title already?
What?
Ain't
Love
Love
circle?
Circle somebody else's title?
Hey, now you talking
I
about
don't
the
know.
red table?
Oh, okay. Now, yeah, we need to
can
have
take
like.
that one because that one going out of business.
Hey,
Y'all trying to play matchmaker?
listeners, write in and let us know if you want to have like a little love segment where we talk to couples that have been established and what keeps it spicy, what keeps it going, and what they think about dating. I think that that's important to know. People that got longevity, what they think. So that's my.
And should your man carry a purse with pads in it?
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
We ain't talking about Calvin right now, but okay.
Boy, ain't
Get
no
my
way,
name
boy.
out your mouth. Hold on now.
Hey, man, this been another episode of the D-Stock Show.
So, and we out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, love y'all. All right.